Love is a beautiful thing, and the most powerful force that even the universe is still yet to fully understand the extent of its impact and control. The ways of love between a man and a woman remains a mystery the world is yet to unravel or understand. And because this romantic connection remains a mystery, even the dual captivated by it are also unable to fully understand or express their feelings for one another. They just know they feel satisfied and complete when they are with each other. While for those who are on the outside and don't understand how the dual feel for each other, may raise a strong fight of resistance and hate against it. This holds true about the love story of this couple, a Pakistani young woman, Anaika and Ian a black Rasta man from Kenya.
My name is Anaika. I am born and raised in a town called Kisumu, Lakeside City. It is a town in the country Kenya. Well, I'm born and raised here, but my parents and my background come from Southeast Asia, Pakistan. There is where my parents and father ancestors are from. So those are the traditions that I follow. That is who I am as a tribe, a Punjabi, Pakistani. And as a religion, the religion I follow is Islam. I am a Muslim woman or a Muslima. If you would wish to refer to me as a Muslima, that is who I am. So I am my religion, my parents' religion, how I've grown up is I've grown up being raised in Islam traditions. Now, currently in this year, as I sit here, I am a proud mother to my son, Alim Olaka Kihuha. 3 months ago, we were blessed with a son, with my husband. I'm a wife as well. I'm a wife to a man, a Rasta man called Ian Tuko. So yes, that is my proud family. I'm a family woman, and that is who I sit here as right now.
So my name is Ian Tuko. I'm a Christian. I was raised a Christian, and I was raised here in Kisumu, Kenya. I have basically grown up my entire life in Kenya and in these regions of the western part of Kenya. I am currently 28 years old, and I am a proud father and a hard-working son.
The story of Anaika and Ian gives a practical demonstration of how hard the world is struggling to understand the power of love between a man and woman. This story shows how love crosses and overcomes the barriers of hate, racism, culture, religion, continent, and more strongly, the barriers of parents and loved ones.
So my initial thoughts about my husband when he was not my husband yet, when he was just a boy I met in high school, were, first of all, it was a big crush. Like it was just, I was just obsessed with Ian. I did not think there's going to be any complication because we were still young. I didn't have that far thought of even being with Ian or something like that, how it's going to be. I didn't have that sort of a mindset when I was very young. Initially, when I met Ian, I was 12 years old. The first time that I informed my family, my parents, about Ian was in high school. And actually, it was not me who informed them. They found a picture that I had stuck together of Ian and I. I had made a love heart picture of Ian and I when we were small kids. I think I was in Form 4 then. That is the first time my parents actually found out.
And it was wild. Anaika called me, she was crying, she was saying, it's over. They found out now, Ian, it's over. And basically it was over. Basically then in our mind, because the parents have found out and now it's over.
Oh, my mom's reaction was she didn't talk to me for a month. Behind a picture. I didn't say so much. I didn't say Ian and I are dating.
So basically we thought it was over then, but
I just said that this is someone I love, and she didn't talk to me for a month after that day. After that, things slowly faded away.
So it's always been tough to be in this relationship of hiding, and because I would also love to be free with my wife and then my girlfriend, but I understand the parents wanted us to study and create a life for ourselves before we can go into these games of love. And because they used to keep telling us then, this your games, you guys stop. These games, you guys stop. These games, you guys stop. here we are today with our son now.
But they were very shocked. They were very angry at me actually that I could date someone. Let me put it how it is. Ian and I, we are different cultures and religions. Cultures especially. I think religion doesn't make such a difference as color does. Your race, that is what has been the biggest issue for us, that I am Asian and Ian is African. That has been our biggest milestone when it comes to my parents or when it comes to acceptance from people outside. Yeah, so my mom's reaction was really crazy. My mom is very cultural, let me say like that. My mom is grown up, born in Pakistan. My father is grown up here, but my mom is completely grown up in Pakistan. So our mindset is very hard to understand how we live here in Kenya. So it was a big shock to her. For me, I didn't stop. I just stayed quiet and silent, and I continued with my relationship. But later on, I went and told my dad by myself. I told him, see, I don't want you guys to keep finding out this thing from other people. I want to tell you myself. That was still in Form 4, right before we went to university. And I told my dad, I love Ian and I am going to spend my life with Ian. So I am going to tell you this myself. Then my dad, I think, thought it was a joke because I was still young. He goes like, okay, it's okay. You focus on your education for now. Focus on building your life. Then you will see those things later. I'm very sure he assumed that it's something I'm going to fade out of. I had made up my mind because God had shown me what my life is going to be like. Yeah, but it was in general, in a wider picture, it has been a big shock to my parents that I chose to marry Ian.
These barriers and resistance and hate from parents, relations, and friends are caused due to lack of understanding the ways of love which know no boundaries of race, color, culture, religion, financial status, and disability. If only man understands this intricate characteristic of love which sees the entire universe as one people, one race, the human race, perfect peace and harmony and prosperity will flourish everywhere.
I was seeing them as, okay, these are not, let me put it how it is, these are not people who will support what I love. And as a young person, I didn't understand so much, but I just knew they are rejecting what I love. I didn't know why. I didn't have any explanation. I don't come from a background where we really sit down and conversate so much as maybe would open you up. Yeah, so for me, the initial reaction for me was just distancing myself. Now I shut myself off from my parents. I stopped feeling like they're my friends. I stopped feeling like I can confide in them so much because I've told them that this is the man I love and they have said no. So I decided, okay, then I'm not going to share anything else. Then I will just keep my life to myself. Yeah, so my initial reaction was I just pushed my parents away.
When true love in a relationship is severely tested, how you feel about yourselves matters a lot. When your partner, especially your woman, strongly believe in you and in how much you love and care for her, she can go the length, to whatever limit, to stick with you regardless of what resistance there might appear to be from her family, friends, religion, or any others.
It was actually on, I think 2022 is when I started telling Ian, now I don't want us to, I want to now stay with you. I told Ian, I just want to stay with you. So you figure out how I'm going to stay with you. Yeah. And he actually did. He figured out. He's the one who introduced our life to YouTube. We started our YouTube journey there, and YouTube has been how we got our stability. Yeah, so it was in the year 2022. I was 23 years old. Yeah.
She came and told me, I'm no longer going back home. It's like that. And at first it was a joke. Yeah. But I told her, yeah, I'll make it happen. But she meant it. Till today, she's never gone back. Because she used to go back home all the time because we are hiding. So the parents, over time, like she's in university now, they will call her, come back home, and she doesn't want to go back home. They even come and pick her. Come until where she is, coming at midnight. Yeah, they're serious. They were serious like that, dedicated to their daughter. Yeah. If
we won't decide it, then it won't happen. So we just decided, like Ian said, first it was, how is it going to happen? We've just said it, but yeah, that was then and then.
Yeah, and when she said that is when we stopped working as two individual people because Then when she goes home, we separate tena for a while and separate even for long. We've gone through years.
Like COVID actually was our biggest separation,
Yeah.
which we didn't even get to see one another. Even talking on the phone was just
couldn't,
almost not there. And that same COVID, I actually told my parents again, one more time, that I want to go stay with
You
Ian.
told them?
Yeah, I told them.
You were leaving. You
Yeah,
packed,
I
you're
actually
going.
packed my bag.
Yeah.
I packed at some night. I just took my time. I did that. Stop wishing and start doing. Yeah, I just packed my bag and I listened to all the motivational talks, and I talked to
On
Ian.
YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. I listened to all the motivational talks. And that morning, I pulled my bag outside.
What time?
At around 4 a.m., I put my bag when my parents were still asleep. I put it outside in the sitting room. Then in the morning when they woke up, everyone is just making their laps and they didn't realize the bag is there till my brother saw it. My brother is like, "Where are you going?" I told them, "I've decided I'm going to go stay with Ian." Oh, it was a disaster in their home. You can imagine, my mom is a very strict Asian. She has grown up in a very strict background herself. So already being here, being exposed to a different culture it's a big deal. Yeah, so she was, it was crazy. It took her by storm, that decision. I told them, I'm leaving, I'm taking my bag and I'm going to stay with Ian. I said, I've told you guys for a long time, you guys don't even want to try to talk to Ian, you're refusing something that you don't know who Ian is. Yeah, so I think that was the first time even Ian and Dad had a communication.
Yeah, I called him.
Conversation. Ian called my dad.
That same morning, the dad called. He's like, "Anaika wants to leave. What are you guys planning?" Then I just told him, we really, really love your daughter and would love for you to be able to support us from now. Then he said the same thing again. Just finish your studies. We're in university then. Finish your studies. Secure a ground for yourself as a man. Then we can discuss. Yeah, that has always been his word from the day 15 years ago. 15 years later, same word. Just finish your studies. Be independent. Yeah, be independent. That's the word he used. Be independent. And till today, he's always been there to support us. He's sending us messages. He's like, just get in touch sometimes, Yeah, I think just being a father, he's being a father. Yeah, that's it. He's just being a father, and we understand that. We love that he's there for us. Yeah. I'm also learning from him a lot. Though we're not close, I see that although the daughter is doing her own thing and he's still there. Yeah, as much as all this is happening, I'd imagine another dad, it will be heavy. Some fathers come and beat this, these son-in-laws. Yeah, being an Asian, they have the power to do anything to me in Kisumu because they have the power, the finances, and how I look coming from my background. So I respect him for that a lot, and I see that in him, and I would love to have that to be a father. I'd love to have that in me now that I'm a father. Yeah, be there for my son.
Amazingly, the story of this lovebirds began very much early, when they were very young in high school, and it kept growing as they went into the university together.
We met now 16 years ago. We met in high school. I just joined the high school that she was in. We met in Form 1. That's the class that I joined in, the same class that she was in. So we met in high school in Kisumu at Form 1. That's how 15 years now we've been together. It
was immediate. When Ian just joined high school, I think that is when we had started reaching the age of experiencing relationships, knowing what love is. So immediately Ian joined high school, we started getting to know each other. And after that, we have never been with anyone else. It's just been Ian and I till right now.
There was a court for 2 years. It wasn't immediately. It was before she said yes, it was 2 years later. But for the 2 years, I was just talking to her, just looking at each other and, wanting to testing the waters before we know how we are. Yeah. So for 2 years of courting, then on the second year is when she came and told me, hey.
Yeah, actually, that's not that we started dating immediately, but our connection began immediately. After that, it was just talking to one another, trying to figure things out as we grew. Then we started now getting into a relationship.
Yeah.
Life is indeed full of surprises, and it's really hard to figure out how or why people feel sometimes that you don't know what is good for yourself, and that they know exactly what or who you should love or not love. Theirs is always a consistent battle between you and people around you, especially those very close to you, relatives or friends, over the control of your freedom to make choices, particularly when it comes to choosing who or what to love and who or what not to love. It is a continuous battle because the mystery of love is hidden, And so they'll keep trying to hate what you truly love for yourself while either not making any effort to present you a better alternative or presenting you with someone or something that totally doesn't resonate with you or your feelings. This story attests to the importance of prioritizing your happiness and joy above the feelings and desires of your loved ones or even parent, because at the long run, you might as well discover that those whom you thought care about you didn't or never cared in the first place. It is beautiful to take a stance and make your own choices for your own happiness regardless of how people around you feel.
My greatest achievement in my life, where I stand right now, is being the mother to my son, because he was a dream. So being Mama Alim is my greatest achievement here where I stand right now, because it means that the choices I made in my life have been right choices. They've been the right choices for me. The biggest challenge has been to follow through with these choices. I have had to go against a lot of fears I had, a lot of things that in my mind I thought were so big, and things that I thought, now that I've reached here, I'm like, this was nothing. Like, it didn't matter. If I didn't take the stand for myself, then I would be remaining behind. But the people around me, it wouldn't matter to them. And I thought those people meant everything. Like, I thought if I will go against them, which I'm speaking about mostly my parents, people like my parents, I assumed if I'll stand up against them, then I'm disrespecting them, or, I will be punished and things like that. But coming to realize now, those were just challenges that were in my mind. So breaking through those challenges to achieve my life right now, to make my own choices, that has been my biggest challenge.
This decision to choose personal happiness over the desire of loved ones was done on both sides. Although Ian, who was raised by a single parent, did not face tough times having his mother accept Anaika, he on the hand suffered rejection and stigmatization from his community and decided to stay away from everyone, including his mother and brother.
For me, my family was very, very comfortable with Anaika, since, as I told you, I grew up in a single house. So it was my mother and my brother. And my mother fully trusted my decisions. As I told you, I grew up making most of the decisions in the house. And actually, my mother found out about Anaika through my brother. My brother was the one who told my mom. My mom used to come and sometimes she'd ask me, my boys, who are you guys seeing around here? Who are the women? So I used to say for my brother and my brother used to say for me. Then we were kids and it was kind of blushing and we were shy. I couldn't say I'm dating Anaika or anything. So my mom has always been very, very open-minded. She, around the first time when my brother mentioned about Anaika, she even explained to me, and Ian, I remember this till I'll die. She told me, Ian, you'll never be able to love two women. My mom is coming from a single home, so hard to say that. I had to understand from a female perspective what she means by you cannot love two women. And I took that to heart. I have never been in a relationship with any other woman apart from Anaika. It's just been my mother, who I was in a son-mother relationship, and now my wife. Never any other woman. Though from Anaika's point now, when she was telling me her parents, there was a lot of tension and fear. There was a lot of fear, especially Anaika. Anaika had fear, and that fear could be transmitted to me. So even right now, we are really readjusting from getting that fear out of our mind. When we walk outside, it's free now. There's no fear that was there then. So it was tough. It was tough, very tough, and it's still tough, but tough times never last tougher. People laugh or something like that. I've also faced rejection from the community, which I did not sort of expect, because we live in a black cultural community. First of all, the one thing that I got from the people around me when we began the relationship is, does that mean that my children will not be part of the community that I am coming from, which is a big thing where I'm coming from. If just generally when I tell my elders that my son is not part of the culture, they tend to, you can feel the drift. So that has always been there with my community. They feel I abandoned them and I went to something else, which is, I don't know about that. I can't really say to that because everyone has their own opinion on that.
These two lovers, despised every other person's negative opinions about their relationship. It was a fierce fight and an intentional choice.
For me, I don't have no friends. Ian is my friend. Ian is my best friend. He's my husband. He's my advisor. Yeah, I don't have any friends. As for my brother, yes, my brother, he supports us. He communicates with us. Yeah, we are in touch with my brother. He communicates with us. But friends, no. Ian and I, we are very, we are one unit like that. So it's Ian, me, and our son. Yeah, that is our support system.
Yeah, as for me as well, I do not have any friends. I had friends. I personally am I attached to my friends for long. So even my friends are very shocked what has happened. Yeah, but I'm sure they also understand being men. I know they understand, but I do not have any friends right now. There is no need for friends right now. I understand that as well. And my parents, I'm not, for the last 6 years or something, I've not been in communication with my brother, my mother, any of my nuclear family, any of that, none, even my friends, none. In the last 6 years now, since 2019, which is 5 years, now I've not had any relationship with anyone but Anaika. I do not connect to anyone, I do not attach to anyone, I do not make any new friends, I just keep people at bay, and this is my family. Yeah, so no friends, no family, no brothers, no sisters, just
I think that's just naturally us. Like, it's not that, like, we just work well like that. We work well in just keeping our unit close like that.
And we've had bad experience with friends as well.
Very bad.
We've also had bad experience with for me, with my mother. So these are not people we want them to be in our life. Yeah, so basically they're not in our life. My brother, he's young, and there isn't so much I can do for my brother unless I actually get a hold of myself, that when I go to help him, I can actually help him. Yeah. For now, there is nothing I can do for my brother but just talk to him, which is basically not helping him. I'd rather take that time, focus on this content creation, get a hold of myself, understand it, maybe go and teach my brother how to open a YouTube channel and be a content creator as well. Yeah.
In life, a sense of a community and family is a natural way humans expresses and show acceptance of each other and demonstrate love to each. A lack of acceptance from a people you expect a deep affection and acceptance from can deeply stigmatize you, resulting in you taking some quiet steps in your life that may alter your natural behavior or way you see and do things, especially in relating with people in general.
Yeah, so at first when the rejection, when Anaika's parents rejected our relationship, it was very stressful. It was very stressful because it meant Anaika and I had to stop our relationship. That's what it meant. So it was very stressful, and the rejection caused me to sort of enclose myself. And until today, I don't know if I've ever really opened up, because the rejection, I've always blamed myself because they rejected me. So there has to be something wrong with me. And until today, the rejection is always there. I feel it, and the rejection has been part of the reason why I had to work so hard, because there was something that I need to sort of explain to them, that I can't do this what they think I can't do, and that was take care of their child. For now, I'm overcoming these challenges by just working. I just work. I've really put my mind into working, and so far the work that I've been doing has mellowed down the rejection that has been there. So I just need to keep working hard, and that will be the only way. I started reading a lot of books back in the village. I read a few books. One of the biggest books that I loved, and I've written it on my wall, is As a Man Thinketh, So He Is. So that basically changed my whole view of life. And also we ended up opening our YouTube channel sometime 4 years ago, we opened our YouTube channel, and through the acceptance of the population of them, we can call them now our internet or virtual family. We can call them our virtual family, have accepted us, and that acceptance sort of gave me some heart of you can do this.
Sometimes, I may arguably say all the time, For you to keep the union and sanctity of your marital vows, you must learn to throw off anything and even anyone, parents regardless, who hates or dislikes the joy and happiness of your immediate home, especially when you know your partner or spouse wouldn't blink a moment in doing same for you and for your union. Life in itself is a continuous school for every living soul. Lessons are learned in every experiences, either personal or from the story or experiences of others.
Now that I'm a mom, first of all, being a mom is a very special, very difficult and very demanding role. I have come to understand that it takes a lot of patience. So I started to build that patience towards my parents as well, I believe. But it's very hard to know that they do not accept my family, my son, my husband. For me, my life is my family. It's my husband and my son. We might go through hardships, we might go through ups and downs, but they are my family. Here is where I stay. So it's really hard that to know that these are my parents. You know, these are, other than my husband and my son, these are the other family I have, and that they do not accept my love. They do not accept who I see my family as. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's embarrassing. It's hurtful to me to sit with my husband and hear that my side of the family is not accepting him. That is really, it's painful to hear. Yeah, that is painful.
Love is indeed an indescribable force that has the power to keep the universe and its inhabitants in perfect peace and unity if only it is properly understood and allowed to lead the way. This couple has had a taste and practiced what love truly entails.
I would love my story to teach anyone who will ever get to hear our story, our love story. It's about life. It's about the hardship and the challenges that come with life that we began experiencing at a very young age. We didn't know who we were then. We still don't know who we are now, but I think our love has really taught us that this thing called love, this 4-letter word that people throw around all over, it has powers that we can equivalent to the Almighty. Yeah, like it's with the word love. We've told each other we love each other so much that we just dwell in love. Our love journey has overcome all challenges that are there.
True.
Love has overcome every challenge that life has put in front of us. Basically, in fact, we were told love will never feed us, but love is what is keeping the world running. So love might not feed you, but it'll keep you going. Loving Anaika and the acceptance is not yet there.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's a decision that if I was to not know who I was and my love for Anaika, I wouldn't have stayed, because there are a lot of things that I personally have had to abandon, things that made me who I used to know. I had to stop all those things to fit to even come close to where Anaika's parents would even have me in the same conversation when they're talking to Anaika. So it's tough work, and anyway, life is not easy. So it's tough work that has given me a lot of experiences. The experiences I've learned from not having people that accept our relationship has been challenges that I can translate to my other things that I do in life, just work and things like that. I can really translate my affection that I've learned to other things in life. So it's tough, it's full of experiences, and the outcome, the pay is this, what you guys are saying right now. It's a happy family life that at the end of the day, when I'm sleeping, I'm happy. I tell God, thank you for the hard choices I had to make, because I'm happy today. Yeah, so it's tough. It's very tough.
The wisest book of all times described true love this way. Love is very patient and kind, never jealous or envious, never boastful or proud, never haughty or selfish or rude. Love does not demand its own way. It is not irritable or touchy. It does not hold grudges, and will hardly even notice when others do it wrong. It is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever truth wins out. If you love someone, you will be loyal to him no matter what the cost. You will always believe in him, always expect the best of him, and always stand your ground in defending him. Anaika and Ian have paid the cost for their love and marriage and are still willing to keep paying, no matter the cost. They've given up very personal pursuits and things of precious values in their lives just to ensure they don't fail in loving each other. Nothing else mattered to them outside what and how they feel for each other. To them, their love and nuclear family is what matters most in their lives and are ready to lose anything or anyone that threatens their love and union. As you listen to the testimony and powerful life story of this couple, let your heart be lifted with ray of hope, knowing fully well that love can conquer all things, and that there's no obstacles in life or in your relationship that love cannot conquer. Like Ian and Anaika, apply the dosage of love into that relationship or marriage of yours that seems to be failing or at the verge of breaking up, and watch the sparkling return with blinding rays than ever before. If you find this content of any value to you, kindly click the subscribe button and the like and notification buttons to be notified of new contents when posted. Remain joyful, remain hopeful, and stay blessed. Thank you and see you in the next video.